Hello students, hope you are doing good. So in this lecture we'll be just seeing that how to create a frame, okay, with the help of Java AWT. So we'll be just creating our first frame with the help of AWT in Java. So let's see. First of all we have to create a class. So let us say the name of the class is first frame, okay, and for this we have to import a package, that is import java.awt.star. It will just include all the files that is available for our project. So we'll write public static void main string args. So what we have to do, we have to write frame f is equal to new frame, and inside this we have to write first frame. So what we have done, we have created an object of frame class. So this frame class is available in this java.awt package, and in the constructor of this frame we have written first frame, we have passed in a string. So when I will just execute this particular program, so you will be able to understand what exactly I have done. So now I will create a label. Okay, so label is also a class that is present in this AWT package. So label L is equal to new label, okay, and for example the name of the label is name. I just want that I have a name and a text box in my frame. So the label will just tell what is the label of this particular, okay, entity, and the text field will give the entity that contains the text. Okay, so basically these are the components that I am adding to my frame. So now we will just create a text field tf is equal to new text field, and inside this we will just pass the length of the text. Okay, so this is an integer value, this is the length, is the size of the text that we will be passing, that it will contain. So now what we have to do, we have to add all these components in our frame. So I have told you that add is the method that is used to add the component. So first of all we will just add this label, okay, so add L, and it will be invoked by this frame object. So frame dot L, add L, it means inside this frame this particular component has been added with the function add. In a similar way we will just add f dot add text field, okay, tf. Now we will also create a button. Okay, so let's see how we create a button. Button b is equal to new button, and in this button we will just write click me, that is a label for this particular button. So button is a class that is available in this AWT package. So again we will just add this button because it is a component, so we have to add this component in our frame, that is the topmost container. So frame is the topmost container in which we are just adding the components. Okay, so these components are present, okay, in our AWT package, and all these components you will just see when I'll just execute this code, then you will be able to analyze that what exactly I have done. So I'll just add this button also. So now we just, okay, we just close this and try to save this as first frame dot java. So it has been already created, so we'll just overwrite it. Okay, so now we'll just try to execute it. Java C first frame dot java. So it has been compiled successfully. Java first frame. So here you can see it has been successfully executed, but there is no output that has been displayed on the screen. Okay, there is no frame that is visible. So I have told you that you have to set the size of the frame in order to see that particular frame, that what are the dimensions of the frame, and you have to just set the visibility of the frame true so that it can appear on the screen. So what we'll do now, we will just set the size. F dot set size is the method in which we just pass the arguments in the form of the width and the height of the frame. So for example, this is 400 and 400. Width and height of the frame is 400. So it will appear as 400 is the width. Okay, 400 is the width and 400 is the height. Now we have to set its visibility so that it is visible to us. So visibility will just pass the boolean value, that is true. Okay, so if we just remove this and try to execute the code, let's see what happens. Java C first frame dot java, and Java first frame. So here you can see this is the frame. Okay, this is the frame that is present, but it is visible, but it has no dimensions. Okay, the dimensions of the frame, this is we are just extending, but it is not fixed. Okay, so what we'll do, we have to kill this, because there are no events that are being generated. So what we'll do, we'll just set these dimensions, and now we will just try to execute it. Now we'll just see. So here now you can see the frame is now visible, and as well as it has certain dimensions. So the dimensions are this width and the height of the frame is now visible to you. Okay, so initially when we are just executing this, so the size of the frame is too small, it is not visible to us. Okay, though we can extend it, we can stretch it, but it is not a good practice. Okay, so we have to just set the size in order to make it visible to the screen, as well as we have to set the visibility of this frame as true so that it can be visible to us. Now you can see, this is like we have created a frame and we have just created a button. But this button, this click me button has taken all the space. There is no label and there is no text field that is visible to us. This is because we have not set the layout of this form, we have not set the bounds of the form, so as a result of which it is giving a very bad look and feel. And it also depends upon operating system to operating system, as I have told you that it is completely dependent on operating system. AWT completely dependent on operating system. It is a heavyweight. It is a heavyweight. It depends on the underlying operating system resources. It uses the underlying operating system resources. It is a platform dependent. So the look and feel will be different from system to system. In my system it is looking like this, might be in your system the visibility of this particular frame is something different. The button will look like some different. So the color might be some different. So now we have to make some arrangements. So now here you can see, I will just tell you that this is a frame. This outermost is the topmost container, and inside this, you can just see this is the image that I have told you. This is the image, this is the name of the frame that I have set, the title of the frame, and this is the menu bar. This is the title bar that contains this minimize button, the maximize button, and the close button. So now this is the title bar, this is known as the title bar, and inside this, these are the components which we have added in this particular frame. So now we haven't provided any event handling. So when I just click this, nothing will happen. When I just click this particular cross button, nothing will happen. Though these two are okay, the events are by default generated for these two, but for this cross button, okay, this frame is not closing, okay, it is not disappearing because there is no event that is being generated. So we'll just see the event handling of these type of frames in the subsequent lectures, why how events are generated and sort of things. But now our task is to just maintain the visibility, the readability of this frame, and to have a good look and feel, okay, to set the layout of this frame so that the labels, the text field and the button, all these must be visible to us. So for this we have to just kill this process because okay, events are not generated. So now what we will do, we have to set the layout manager. So there is a method, okay, f dot set layout. Okay, so this is a method that is used to set the layout, and inside this set layout we'll just pass the type of the layout we want to have. So now we will be working on flow layout. So we'll just pass new flow, okay, layout. So this is the layout manager, this is the class. So we have just okay created the object of this class. So this flow layout will be just creating so that there is the visibility of the form, the readability of the form, and the look and feel of this particular form or the frame must be okay, must be such that we can just analyze that what are the components, okay, we have just put inside this particular frame, so that it must be visible to the programmer or to the user, to the end user who is just using this particular application. So now we'll just run this F6 and we'll just compile it. So now you can see, okay, it has acquired a good visibility, okay, and now it is much more, okay, much more justified. We can justify it. Okay, we can just see that this is a label for the name, this is a text box, okay, this is a text field in which we will just write certain message, okay, or we will pass some values, and this is the button that says click me. So now if I just press this button, nothing will happen because no event has been generated, no event has been used for this button. So nothing will happen. We will have to create the event, we have to generate the event classes for this particular button in order to have the logic. Okay, so if I want that after clicking this particular click me button some text must be appeared in this text field, then we have to use the event handling technique. Okay, we have to use certain listeners. Okay, so that we'll see in the subsequent lectures. So till then it must be okay, it must be clear to you that we are just creating a frame in which we are just adding different components. You can add as many components as you like. So I have just demonstrated a small program for just creating a small frame in which we have just created three components. We have just put three components, we have set the visibility of this frame as true, okay, we have set the size, and we have set the layout manager, that is the flow layout. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so I'll just kill this process and I'll just try to show that this particular program can also be created in another way. So I have just created the same program. Okay, I have just created the same program. I'll just explain. So I have just in this program I have just extended the frame class. Okay, so in my lecture I have just told you, and I just gave you a lecture on the AWT, that you have to extend the frame class. Okay, I have just taught you that you have to extend the frame class, and it is a good practice that we will just create these frames in this type of way. We have to use this approach in order to make our frames. Okay, so in the subsequent programs we'll use this type of approach. Okay, so this is a good practice. So what I have done, I have just created a class, okay, second frame, and I have extended this frame class. Okay, so now I have just created a constructor of this frame class. Okay, and inside this constructor of the frame class I have just created, okay, I have just created the components. So I have created label, okay, I have created the text field, I have created this button, I have just add these labels text field and button. So I haven't put any f dot add, I haven't put f dot and all sort of things because I am just using the constructor. Okay, so all these components are binded together inside the constructor of this particular frame class that I am using. Okay, so I am just extending this particular class, that is the second frame, that has the capability of using all the functions, okay, of type frame, because this is the child class of this frame class, so it can use all the properties of this frame class. So what I have done, I have just created main and I have just, okay, I have just called the constructor, okay, I have just created the object of this second frame class. So as soon as this constructor of this class will be invoked, as soon as the object will be created, so the constructor of this class will be invoked, and at the same time all these particular methods and components are bind together in this constructor. So when the constructor will be invoked, at the same time this all these particular methods will be, okay, will come into place and it will be visible to us in the form of a particular frame. So these all are binded together in a constructor inside a constructor, so it is a good practice. So now we'll just see, okay, the output will be same, okay, there is no difference in the output. Okay, so this is another way and this is the good way, okay, of doing programming. So I'll just rename it, okay, second frame dot java. Either we can extend the frame class or we can simply create a class and we just create the frame type of constructor, and inside this constructor we can just pass the value java second frame. So let's see, this is the output. Okay, the output is same, there is no change in the output, the label is there, the text field is there, and the click me button is there with no event. So we can't, okay, cross it, okay, we can't close it because there is no event that is being generated on this particular button. So we have to kill this process. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you now that how to create a frame, a basic frame, how you will create. Okay, either you can create it by extending a frame class, by creating a constructor, or you can also create it by just creating a class and by creating a frame class also, and inside this you can just pass the name of the frame. So here also you can just, okay, you just give a name of the frame, like, okay, you can set title, okay, set title second frame. Okay, so this is also a method to set the title of the frame. So let's see what happens. So here you can see the title is second frame. So we have set the title with the help of this method set title, and inside this we have passed this string, that is second frame. So the image is there, that is the image of the Java default image, okay, the name of the frame, okay, these buttons are there, that is the menu bar is there, this is the title bar, okay, these are the components that are added inside the frame, that is the text field, that is the label and the button. So I hope it is clear to you now. So in the subsequent lectures we'll just see that how to use the event handling, okay, in this AWT, okay, abstract window toolkit. So till then, stay healthy, stay fit and stay